I started as a drummer when I was a kid, like 5 years old, but eventually I got tired of waiting for other musicians to play with. Playing guitar, of course, you don't need anyone. So I started picking up my brother's right-handed guitar and learning some chords backwards to convince my parents to get me guitar lessons. Because I'm left-handed, there were only certain guitars available to me when I started. I played, Fender, and then later Gibson, and those were cool. I mean, those are classic sounding guitars, but what was cool about the Gretsch was the Filtertron configuration. It sounded different, but it still fit with rock and roll. And obviously, why does it fit with rock and roll? Because, Beatles albums, they use a lot of Gretsches on those recordings, and obviously early rock and roll used them too. Big Chet Atkins fan, so it was nice to finally have one of those guitars. Chinatown, My Chinatown, that's one of my warm-up songs, but I've always done it on whatever guitar was laying around. So it's kind of fun to play that on an actual Chet Atkins guitar now. The tone on it is incredible. I mean, for recording, it's one of my main guitars. I really like using it, and and playing live with it too really works. Ever since I've been playing Gretsch, I've fallen in love with it. And the Gretsch Duo Jet is like my main guitar when I'm playing on stage with the Killers. I started working with the Killers in 2006. They had just recorded their Samstown album, their second album. During the recording process, I guess they just realized that they needed more musicians than were in the band to make it happen live. They just called me up and asked me if I wanted to go on tour with them and play. We were just guys in Las Vegas who all liked the same music. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I mean, there weren't many musicians in Las Vegas who were into the Beatles and Oasis and David Bowie, so we kind of found each other that way too. And then also Ronnie, the drummer, and I had played in bands previous to the Killers, so we knew each other that way.